Hey, welcome to Algebra 1 CST release question number 4. It says which expression is equivalent to x to the 6th power and that times x squared. If there's nothing in between there, we assume we are multiplying in between there. So I'll put a little tiny dot in there. That is assume that that's the case. So really we can think about this as x times x times x times x times x times x. That's x to the 6th power. That's what it means the long way. We certainly don't want to write it out like this all the time, but this is just so we get a good idea of what it actually means. And then that times x squared would be times another x and another x. So if you put them all together here, it looks like you have x to the 8th power. That, though, is equivalent to saying x to the 6 plus 2. So if you're having the same base here, we have the same base of x and x right here, and you have exponents right here and here. The rule, the power property, says that we can, exponent rule for these kinds says we can add those exponents together and get our answer. So we're basically saying here, which one of these is equivalent to x to the 8th power? If we add these two numbers right here, we would get x to the 7th power. So clearly not the right choice, choice A. This one, add these two powers, 5 and the 3, same base here and here, so that's allowed. We can say that's x to the 8th power. And that's exactly what this one was as well. So these two match up. These two things would be equivalent then. Still going to check these other two just to show you that those are false, and always a good idea, again, to do something like that. X to the 10th power, always a good idea, especially if you have the time. If it's something like a timed test, maybe when you find the wrong answer, or the right answer, just move on and then come back to it and check more later. But if it's not a time test, like the CST technically is not a time test, you get as much time as you need. Please take your time and do the best you can and check all the answers. But choice D, that would be 9 plus 3 giving you 12, 7 plus 3 here giving you 10. So choice B, it held true, it held fast, it was the right answer. Number 4, choice B.